I'm Ads from Herman Hits the Road, and I'm going to be taking a look at the news and happenings of motorhomes and camping for February 2021. And in particular, we're going to be taking a look at the electric vehicle deadline, shows, both virtual and real, and campsite bookings. So stay tuned. So first of all, we're going to take a look at magazine from February 2021, and on their news items it says NCC warning over electric vehicle deadline. The National Caravan Council NCC has warned that the deadline announced by the government to ban the sale of new fossil fueled vehicles in 2030 could lead to a lack of affordable motorhomes. 2030, that's not that far away. It seems like it's like way in the future, but it's only 9 years. It has called for government funding for manufacturers to develop lighter vehicle chassis on which to build motorhomes and campervans, and grants to be made available for recharging facilities at campsites and in rural areas. Quoted here, it says, to achieve an efficient all-electric engine suitable for motorhomes weighing 3,500 kilograms or more in these timescales remain huge technical challenges, it says. Well, I got a few problems with this, a few questions, few issues, I suppose. So, of course, batteries are not light; they're going to be heavy. I don't know if you know how Tesla do their batteries, but they actually cover the entire bottom part of the chassis there, so really low level gravity, and they have a range of up to about 400 miles now. But you put that in a motorhome, a van, and you're only going to get, well, you're going to get a lot lower range of that. So I think our payload is going to be affected, because maybe we'll actually end up having twice as many batteries just to get us that much further. I mean, imagine leaving London and not being able to drive in one day, drive to Scotland or Cornwall. That'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it? But of course, we're going to be saving, or these electric vehicles will be saving weight on engine and gearbox, because I won't need them. Yeah, and charging. So if your range is, say, 150, 200 miles, you're going to be looking for a campsite in that area where you're going, and then you're going to need to charge it at the campsite. Now, at the moment, there's no facilities. You have electric hookup, but that's only running like 10 amps. That's not going to charge your motorhome in time for the following day, I don't believe, anyway. We're going to need fast charging at campsites, like the article says. And of course, don't forget, diesel engines last an awful long time. Our motorhome, Herman, he's 22, right? Do you think these batteries are going to last 22 years? I don't think so. The engines probably will, but I don't think the batteries will. And of course, that's going to affect the price of your motorhome when you go to sell it. People are going to be looking out for those. These batteries may need replacing more often. I mean, how do you replace a battery in a vehicle? Has anyone actually ever done that? I know you can do that with I've seen videos where people have taken the battery of a Tesla, and in other words, they have to drop it out of the chassis, and it's a huge thing, and then put another one in its place. But I can't imagine having to do that with a van. That'd be just too difficult, too expensive, and not worth the bother, really. So I think as long as I think it'll be all right as long as the EU doesn't put the same sort of rules in as the UK government. Therefore, then you might be able to buy a diesel or petrol vehicle from mainland Europe and import it over into the UK. But that's going to have its own set of problems, isn't it? What do you think? Do you think the future is bright for electric vehicles, or do you think it's the demise of camping, motorhoming in general? Let us know in the comments section below. Also in magazine, Vantage Motorhomes launches home delivery. Sounds a bit like a pizza, doesn't it? Vantage Motorhomes has launched Vantage to You for customers who can't travel to its Leeds showroom due to COVID restrictions. With the new service, vans will be delivered to customers' homes where they can check everything before finalising their purchase. What a great idea! If customers can't visit us due to restrictions or their own circumstances, we can arrange to deliver a fully sanitised Vantage motorhome direct to their door, says MD Michael Hardiker. That is a brilliant idea. What do you think? I think everybody, other manufacturers should probably start looking into doing that. I think, the sale of motorhomes, caravans and campervans have shot through the roof. The thing is that people can't get to their showrooms. It's not essential, is it, to drive to a motorhome showroom to pick up your motorhome. So let's take a look at MMM's shows diary. 2021 motorhome and campervan shows. The dates for outdoor-only motorhome and campervan shows have been announced for 2021. The tickets for these events are all on sale, and if you're an MMM subscriber, you're going to get some discounts. I won't read the whole lot there. There is significant changes to this year's season, including the addition of an all-new Scottish motorhome and campervan show in Edinburgh, and for the first time there will be electric pitches available at the shows in Lincoln and Peterborough. In addition, the organiser, Warner Shows, has introduced a booking guarantee, which means that if any show is cancelled, full refund is provided. As in the 2020 shows, all events this year will be compliant with all the virus restrictions, blah blah blah. So I won't go through them all, but I'll just display them on the screen here. But you have one coming up in February. That is the new and used motorhome and campervan sale. That's in Peterborough. In March, you have the Yorkshire Motorhome and Caravan Show. But we've got loads of others. There's about 10, maybe 12. One for every month, possibly. Yeah. Now, if you don't like the idea of going to a real show, still, the COVID and whatever, then there's an article in the Camping and Caravanning Club magazine for February 2021, where it says 3 online shows kick off the camping season. The club is once again planning on online special to help fill the gap in members' calendars left by the cancellation of the Campervan, Camping and Motorhome show, normally held this month at the NEC. Following on from the success of the club's online show content in October 2020, the club will host another Friendly Club an online show special from 23rd to the 28th of February. We'll create a virtual exhibition stand by means of content published across our digital channels every day, including the club site, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Head on over to myccc.co.uk/shows to keep up to date with what's going on. Also during February, Swift Group is running its own online show called Swift Live, starring its own caravans and motorhomes in content to help visitors choose their next leisure vehicle, plan their adventures and even get advice on campsite cooking. The club will support this with its own help and advice content. To register in advance for the Swift Live, go to swiftlive.vfairs.com. And thirdly, from the 27th to the 28th of February in the Scottish Caravan Motorhome and Holiday Home virtual show, that is a mouthful, the weekend previewing the latest models plus expert advice and inspiration for your next adventure. The club will exhibit as part of the show and provide content for webinars offering tips, tricks and advice on all things camping. Book online for a free show at caravanshowscotland.com/virtual. They sound really good, don't they? So let's talk about campsite bookings. Some people are wondering whether or not you can book, and other people might be considering, well, is it worth booking? Because we don't know at the moment. But both the Caravan Club and the Camping and Caravanning Club are both offering discounts this year. Partly it's to do with the VAT discount. They get 5% off or something like that. But there are other offers as well. Save now on club sites. This is the Camping and Caravan Club. The club has launched a host of special offers for standard touring pictures on the site network for 2021. Bookable online now at more participating sites than ever before. Now, there's a whole list of dates and percentages off and all this kind of stuff. If you want to check out all the details for that, then go to myccc.co.uk/offers. And it says here, all bookings on the club sites are being managed in line with coronavirus restrictions, with contactless check-in and additional measures in place to prevent the spread of the virus. So over to the Caravan and Motorhome Club magazine for February. Not only do they talk about booking your campsite in the UK and getting some huge discounts, just like the Camping and Caravanning Club, but they're also announcing overseas travel. There is an escorted motorhome tour. So they're kicking off their motorhome tours, or the escorted motorhome tours globally again. And then they go on to European tours. They're doing that also. Check out these special European tours planned for June 2021. This is excellent news. So if you're interested in tours, European tours, that's camc.com/overseas. And you've got places to go in France and Germany. Right, moving over to a BBC News website. Camping bookings have rocketed, it says. Staycations are expected to boom in 2021 after lockdown ends, UK holiday firms have said. Bosses at Caravan and Motorhome Club said the lifting of restrictions would be like a cork popping from a bottle. Director General Nick Lomas said although coronavirus hit the industry hard, they were optimistic about the coming season. Other firms said that they also expected more people to holiday in the UK. Mr. Lomas said 2020 was a very difficult year for the tourism and hospitality sector. The West Sussex-based Caravan and Motorhome Club had suffered significant financial losses, he said. However, he added, when our campsites were allowed to open last year, we actually saw record levels of bookings, with new memberships up by 14%. Sadly, this surge does not make up for the losses we suffered during nearly 6 months of lockdown. During the first lockdown, popular resorts like Skegness were largely deserted. But despite the current restrictions, Mr. Lomas said he had every reason to believe this year could finish as one of the best and busiest yet, due to the appetite for outdoor UK holidays. We're in two minds whether or not we should bother booking or wait until we know when the lockdown is going to end. We kind of have a date right now. It's a fluffy date if you ask me, March sometime. But yeah, what do you think? Are you interested? Have you booked up all your places yet? Or have you planned but ready to book? I mean, we can book, right? We can book according to the news. And finally, I'm going to end this month's news on a review that is in the Caravan and Motorhome Club magazine regarding the new Volkswagen California. Let's just take a look at this. It's titled Grander Dreams. Big news from Volkswagen. Its popular California campervan now has two sisters, both of which are based on the company's award-winning large van, the Crafter. The grander of the two, the Grand California 680, makes its debut here. Yeah, the VW Crafter, that's what we used when we went to New Zealand. Very large van. The one we had was basically a van with windows, and the windows surrounded it. So we had a great panoramic view, but it got very cold in the evenings at night. So here it says, inside the Grand California's build quality really comes to the fore. It's all very automotive in terms of styling. The furniture has an easy white finish, and there's not a hint of carpet either on the floor or sidewalls. Sidewalls? Why do you put carpet on the sidewalls? Instead, you get lots of quality plastic mouldings. That doesn't sound right, does it? What do you think? What do you think of this motorhome? It does look very, as though it's been chiselled out of that white plastic there. Now some details. The bad news is that its on the road price is 87,000 or 88,000, shy of £6. It is a 2-litre Euro 6D diesel engine. I think it was diesel, yeah. It gets 20 to 23 miles per gallon. That's Herman territory, that is. That's our own motorhome kind of area. So it haven't improved much. And ours is 2-litre too, not Euro 6D though. It is an 8-speed automatic, all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive? Really? Okay, cool. Its MTPLM is 3,880 kilograms, which basically means you do need a C1 to drive this vehicle. During the night time, well, it's got I thought it was a fold-out bed at first, but it isn't. It is a fixed bed right at the back. I guess we have plenty of room there to have the fixed bed. The bathroom is a drain away, and we had one of these in New Zealand. Didn't know what that meant at first, but when you have a shower, everything gets wet. You get out, you dry yourself up, and then when you go back in, there's no water. It's quite clever. It just drains away. I guess it really relies on not being on a slope. I quite like that. Let us know in the comment section below if you like the Volkswagen Grand California 680. Does that mean there's 3 of them now? That is the end of February's news. If you got this far, thanks very much for watching, and I plan to do this once a month with the news from magazines and on the internet. Let us know what you think. This is a bit of a mess, really. This is my working area. Not too sure. I really would like to have done it in the motorhome, but that is not going to be possible for a long while. But let us know what you think of this news roundup of camping and motorhome news. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. Oh, and don't forget, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and if you do subscribe, click that notification bell, because then you'll be told when the next one comes out too. Until next time, bye bye.